The Biden administration finally came through on their promise to forgive student debt. The application is live right now and takes literally 2 minutes to complete, but there is a lot of fine print with this application, so today I'll break it down for you. I'll cover who qualifies, which loans can be relieved, whether prior payments will be refunded, how to apply, and answers to the most popular FAQs. If you're ready to get up to $20,000 in debt relief, do me a favor and hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time to the channel, consider subscribing for all your personal finance needs. So without further ado, let's find out who qualifies. Well, it's obvious, but you must have student loans and you must meet certain income requirements. Now, the income requirements part requires a tiny bit of homework, so before we proceed, I want you to consult your adjusted gross income, or AGI, which can be found on line 11 of IRS Form 1040. Now, I've pulled up this chart and I want you to first identify your tax filing status and then use that handy AGI number from earlier and see if you are eligible. What throws people off is the 2020 or 2021 income. Do you need to meet the requirements for both years? Actually, they only require that you meet the income requirement for either year, so if you made $124,000 in 2020 and your income rose to $150,000 in 2021, you are still eligible for student loan forgiveness. As long as you have eligible loans, which I will cover momentarily, and meet the requirements for income, it doesn't matter if you defaulted on your loans, are still in the grace period, or currently are repaying your loans, or are in school. Now, there is one caveat. If you are classified as a dependent for federal student aid purposes, you are still eligible for the same amount of aid as everyone else, but your eligibility is not based on your income, but rather your parents' income. Still, if you're a dependent student, you need to submit your application. Hey parents, if you're watching this and have eligible loans, including Parent Plus loans that you took out on behalf of your child, you can submit your own application as well. Your application will be processed differently from your child, meaning not only are they eligible for debt relief, but you are too. So, which loans are eligible? The following federal student loans that have been dispersed on or before June 30th, 2022 are eligible for relief, and those are the William D. Ford Federal Direct Loan, Federal Family Education Loan Program, Federal Perkins Loan Program, and defaulted loans including Subsidized Stafford, Unsubsidized Stafford, Parent Plus, Graduate Plus, and Perkins loans. Feel free to write these down as these are key to determining your eligibility. By the way, if you want to verify that you are a recipient of one or more of these loans, log on to studentaid.gov and select My Aid in the menu under your name. Now, I know that a lot of you have probably been making payments on your loans. However, for those of you who made voluntary payments during the pause from March 13th, 2020 through December 31st, 2022, will you get refunded? Well, if your current loan balance is below the amount of debt relief you are qualified for, you'll be refunded the amount you paid during the pause up to the remaining amount of your debt relief. This obviously applies if you both apply for and receive debt relief. So if you're eligible for $20,000 in debt relief and you currently owe $15,000, your relief will be applied to the $15,000. Then let's say you paid $3,000 during the pause. You'll be automatically refunded the $3,000 since you qualified for more than you currently owe. So you've met the requirements. How can you apply? I've linked the application below in the description for your convenience. This is a beta version which may be off and on from time to time, but it was working every time I checked on it. If for some reason the link is not working, just check back in a few hours. This application is available through December 31st, 2023, so you have plenty of time, but I know you want your money fast, so I'd say to just put in your application now so you don't forget about it. Now, in the last section, I've compiled a list of my FAQs from my socials, which if you haven't followed me on there, I'm on Instagram and TikTok at isaaclee.rn. It's pretty fun over there, and I post daily personal finance tips, including how to budget, how to make a living wage investing, and so much more. Anyways, the first question has to do with those who apply for public service loan forgiveness. A lot of my fellow nurses are eligible to apply for PSLF, and many have done so already. Now, if you have PSLF and are eligible for forgiveness, they will just adjust your loan, which may include a refund on certain payments after you have made your 120 payments already or have paid for 10 years. Now, another common question I've gotten is, what if your loans are less than the relief you're eligible for? So if you're eligible for $20,000 as stated in the earlier example, but only have $15,000 in loans, you will only get $15,000 in forgiveness. However, the caveat is if you made payments during the pause, you will get that automatically refunded up to the amount for which you're eligible, which in this example is $20,000. Now, the last popular question I've received is if private loans are eligible for relief as well. And the quick answer is no. These are non-federal loans, so they are not eligible. Now, if you consolidated your federal loans into a private, non-federal loan, you fall into this category of carrying a private loan, which unfortunately makes you ineligible for federal student debt relief. Now, as good as this federal student loan debt relief looks on paper, there are some who are worried of the tax implications that this has on everyone else. I'll be looking to see how this affects the taxpayer, and from a preliminary viewpoint, it may resemble a form of income redistribution. I'm interested to hear you all's thoughts on this. Are you excited? Do you have reservations? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, I hope this helped you, and if you got any value out of this, please be sure to go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're ready to take your finances to the next level. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.